You can see North Hill. Oh, still not with as much snow as you might expect. We'll have a closer look over that way in a minute. But in this direction, you can see snow on the hills in South Wales. How close can I zoom in to see the familiar power station? Only hand holding this, so it might be a bit wobbly. Oh, there's a power station. It's not clear enough to see any great detail there, and it's wobbly. And nicely dressed for the weather, going for a walk. Anyway, out here, careful not to go over the edge. You can see two headlands. Now, that must be. Let's try and get it. Try and rest it on a fence. I'm resting the camcorder on the fence pole now. Let's see what we can zoom into. Obviously a snow-covered area. Over towards Weston-super-Mare, I guess. Or was that Sand Bay? Difficult to be sure. Very wobbly without a tripod. Right here, oh, right behind this twig it would be. Yeah, that's better, that's steep home. Looks like a large floating iceberg. Huh? This is as you're looking back towards Minehead. Yes, you would have expected there to be a lot more snow up there at Minehead on the top. But behind it, which is just so happens to be behind this telephone mast, is a white covered area. The sheep have followed me around for some company, I guess. Yeah. Who can spot what animal's been here? In fact, it was that gentleman there in the blue with his stick. Or that there's one little black cloud out there. And over the cliff, I think you can see some iced over bits of the sea, can you? Or is it just... I don't know if it's just snow covering the sea rather than iced sea. I know you can see perhaps a bit better. Minehead, beyond Minehead's headland, snow. Now I think you can make out the high ground of Brent Knoll in the distance there. Don't often get a chance to see that because it's obscured by other conditions of the weather, but it's certainly standing out with its white top today. Yes. Normally the West Somerset Railway will be running beyond those holiday caravans, but in front of the housing estate there, in a dip, and it travels all along the cliff edge and goes inland by a bridge, which I hope to zoom in on, which the main road goes over. This camcorder hasn't got a viewfinder, which makes identification on the little screen not all ideal. But there is a bridge at Doniford. Main road goes over that, and the road goes underneath. Doniford Halt's just beyond that bridge. And we're looking down into Helwell Bay, which at high tide is covered all by water. Today it's covered by ice. There are some steps to go down to the beach, but I don't think I should be going down those this morning. You can see the recent high tide mark there, just marked out by seaweed, I guess, on the edge. It was. There's definite pools of ice in there. Now, our house is situated beyond these modern ones here. I can never be sure I can pick it out, but it's somewhere in there, somewhere in that area. You can just go through this little pathway here, right to the edge of the cliffs. And just taking the panoramic view, which is nice in the summertime, but it's very unusual to see it looking like this. Very interesting to see it looking like this. So Britnall there. Western Supermare next, and then Steep Home. And the coast of South Wales, not so clear as sometimes it can be. And just over there, Minehead. Right.
Quite over there as you think, isn't
No,
it?
it is not on the main headland, but beyond it is. It's quite nice.
Over on your ears, isn't it though?
Yeah. So, shall we go back to the fireside now?
He comes round quickly and goes round and hits me behind the car.
Where are you? Not. Right. Yeah, let's go back to on the way back to the car. Well, I was meeting another friend.
Oh, I'm new. Wanna come and say hello? Hey? What do they call you? You've got black face and black legs. Very thick coat.
He needs it this weather.